Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this review, we are going to look at finding the slope of a line. Alright, so there are two ways of finding the slope of a line, especially in the coordinate plane like this. And we're going to look at them very quickly. And I would like to mention that this skill is being carried from Algebra 1, but I do not want to have students forgetting all of this, and that's why we're trying to review them right now. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start by recalling that slope means rise over run, and there are different forms of slopes that we have learned. So we have positive slopes, we have negative slopes, we have zero slopes, and we have undefined slopes. So I would just use diagrams to show that, to remind you and show you very quickly before we move on. So positive slopes look like this, positive slope, okay? So when a line looks like that, okay, we say it's going to have a positive slope. Okay, if the line goes this way, it's going down this way, we say it's going to have a negative slope. And then if the line is horizontal, we say it has no slope, which means the slope is zero. But if the line is vertical, going down like this, we say the slope is undefined. So we use U N D, which means the slope doesn't make sense. All right, so we are going to find the slope of each line here. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and take these away. So how do we find the slope of AB? By the way, we use letter M to represent slope. Okay, so if we still recall, I hope we still recall that the slope intercept form of the equation of a line is equal to is y equal to mx plus b. And this m here is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. This is the slope-intercept form, which is the most used form of equations of lines. All right, so let's go ahead and just get started with this. So find the slope of each line. So to find the slope of line AB, we can use rise over run. So and then we say m is the letter used to represent, lowercase m represent the slope of a line. All right, so let's go ahead and trace AB and see how the line looks like to see if it's positive, zero, negative, or undefined. So AB goes from here to here. Oh, this slope is going to be positive. All right, it's a positive slope. All right, let's go. So how we read it is we're going to do rise over run. So we are going to rise from point A and run to point B. So, but we need to count the steps and the square. So rising is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we rise 4 units, and we're going to divide it by run. So we run how many units here? 1, 2, 3. So we run 3 units. So the slope here is positive, and you see it's going to be 4 over 3. Done. And you don't have to convert that to a mixed fraction or struggle to convert that to into decimal. Okay, you can just leave it like that. All right, let's go to the next line. So notice that for AB it was written like this. Let me show you what I mean. So it was written like this. So the symbol right here is an indication that we're talking about line AB. So in the future, you would read this as line AB. And if you have it this way, which we previously addressed, this will be segment AB. So it's not a line. This can be measured. So we can measure this one. Measurable. Okay. So segment AB. All right. And we can find the length. So we can't find the length of lines, but we can find the slopes of lines. Please remember this. There's a difference between lines and line segments. All right, so let me go ahead and take all of this information away, and you can always rewind and view the informations again. All right, so we're finding the slope of AD. To find the slope of AD, we're going to write rise over run here. So we go to AD. So we're going to trace A to D. So if we trace this, we see that this is a horizontal, and we say that the slope of a horizontal line is 0 right here. Okay, so we know the slope is going to be 0, but then again, still do it. So rise, we see that AB does not even rise. So for rise, we put 0 and we divide it by run. So it runs from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's 0 over 6, and 0 over 6 is still 0. And you can see that the slope is exactly 0. All right, so let's go to DE. For DE here, for line DE, so the slope is going to be equal to rise over run. So we're going to trace DE. This is D right here. And we're going to trace all the way down to E. There you go. All right. So from D to E, right? So from D to E, we can make a line. We can actually make a line, right? So actually, we're not really bothered. We're not really worried about drawing lines to pass through. All right, so we're not really bothered, but we have to do that. It's very important to show that by just so extending the lines, extend the lines and putting arrows. Okay, and then for the blue line, we can still do the same, extend it and put arrows, but we're only just interested in finding the slope because the lines keep going on both ends and keep going and just having vanishing points. All right, but there's no end points. All right, but in order to find the slope, we have to use the endpoints for D and E. All right, let's go for DE, which we're interested in now. You see the way the line is positioned, so clearly it should have a negative slope. So I know that I'm going to have to introduce negative there since I'm working on the green color. Negative, negative. So I am now going to do rise over run, but actually this looks like drop over run. So that's the reason why it is negative. So it's a drop over run. So drop over run. So see, dropping, drop from point D down to E, and then run. So it's dropping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's 6 steps. So it's dropping 6. And that's why we have to be very careful. Make sure that we have your minus there, right? Okay, so minus, so because it's dropping, instead of using right runs, you drop over run. 1, 2. So that's going to be 2 steps. It running 2 steps, 1 and 2. So that's it. So that's exactly going to be -6 divided by 2, which will be -3. So the slope here is -3. So, and we are done. So we are now going to move to the second part here where we would find the slope of each line, DC. So let's go ahead and find the slope of DC. So I am going to take my eraser and again clear the whole place so that I can see what I'm working with. All right. Okay, let's go. All right. First part is done, and we're working on the second part right now. Okay. All right, so I think we have enough room now to finish the work. So we're going to find the slope of DC here. We're going to use the formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So which means we are looking to find the coordinates of D and C. So this is where this y as subscript lower subscript 2 minus y a low subscript 1 and all of that's coming from, okay? So which means we need the coordinates that go for D, which will form the x1 comma y1. All right, so for D here, we would write the coordinates for D. For D, we have to trace to the x axis, and which is 2 comma and 2 comma 2, because this is 2 comma 2 right here, right? 2 comma 2. And for C, if we go to C right here, C is tracing down to 5, and when you trace to the left, you get the y coordinate, and that's going to be 5 comma 5. Oh, this is nice. 5 comma 5. All right, let's go ahead and plug all of this in the formula to find the slope. So slope is equal to, you're doing increase in y over increase in x. All right, so y2 minus y1. So we know that y2 is, let's go ahead and label as x1 and y1, x2 and y2. Remember, it's an ordered pair. Okay, you gotta use ordered pairs. We're gonna use ordered pairs to do it right. So the ordered pair is x1, y1, x2, y2. So, but then we're doing y2 minus y1. So be very careful because you have to start from the second coordinate for y first, and y stays on top and x stays in the denominator. So we are gonna do 5 minus 2 divided by x2 minus x1 will be 5 minus 2 as well. Wow. So the slope is 3 divided by 3, which is equal to 1. Very good. I like that. So that's 1. All right. It's cool. Cool. Yeah. And we can actually use rise over run to also do this work to get DC equal 1. All right. Let's go for AD. For AD, we are going to trace. Let me use red color this time. So makes difference. So for AD, point A has the coordinate -4, comma, trace 4 and trace to 2, 2. Okay. And we are going to do coordinates for D. We already have it. Oh, the coordinate for D is 2, comma 2. So we're now going to plug those in. So for A, we have -4, comma 2. And for D, we have 2, comma 2. Great. Now we know this is going to be x1, y1, x2, and y2. All right, because of that, we're going to write our slope is equal to, and then we follow the formula again right here. And y2 minus y1 is going to be, y2 is 2 minus y1 is also 2. See, 2 minus 2. All right, so for the denominator, we have x2 minus x1, and that's going to be 2 minus, and x1 is -6, and that's going to give us 2 minus 2 is 0, divided by 2 minus -6, and 2 minus -6. Oh, where we get -6 from? Uh-oh, my bad. All right, so we got -4. I was wondering. So x1 is -4. -4. All right, 2 minus -4 will end up as 2 plus 4. And that's going to be 0 over 6. And 0 over 6 is going to be 0. Oh, that matches up with what we got here. Can you see that? Oh, nice. I like this. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, 0 divided by 6 is 0. And then we are done. Can you pause this video and try to do DE to see if you're going to end up with -3 if you use the formula? Remember, it's the same thing we've already done. Okay. All right, pause the video, try it out, and let me see what you get. All right, welcome back. Let's see what you have. So slope here, let's do different color. Let us do blue. Let's do blue here. Blue color. So slope equals, let's go ahead and see what numbers we're working with. For D, we already know what D is. D is always 2, 2. All right, 2, 2. And E, we already know what E is. Let's go ahead and find it. So E is 4, -4. So you can see E here is 4, -4. So E is 4, -4. All right, so we have everything we need. So we're going to do x1 and y1 we're going to do x2 and y2 just to make sure we have the numbers together. All right, y2 minus y1, y2 appears to be -4. Okay, -4 minus, following the formula again, don't forget that, please. And y1 is 2, right? So 2 goes in there. So going to the x coordinates, I'm going to subtract them now. So x2 is +4 minus, and I am going to subtract 2 from that, which is x1. That's 2. So -4 minus 2 will come to -6, and 4 minus 2 will come to +2. So -6 divided by 2 will come to -3. Yay, that's good. So this is what we have, and the slope is -3, which matches up with what we already have here. So it means that we are using rise of a run versus the formula, and we are getting the same results. All right, so this is where we're going to stop for this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you're reviewing and getting better and getting ready for your geometry class. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe, come back for more videos, like and share and comment. Thank you very much, and bye.